asked Congress to cut programs specially designed to help Vietnam veterans find jobs, finish their education, and be treated for drug addiction and alcoholism. A few years ago, after long struggle, 91 veterans counseling centers were established in the poorest parts of cities and towns, where most Vietnam veterans live. They've become a small salvation for those for whom the noble cause remains a nightmare. Mr. Reagan wants them all closed down.
They want America to open up their arms and say, don't go away. Tell me about your pain. Bobby's never talked to me. I think the most he has said was, I think, in October of last year when you saw the Life magazine. There was a Life magazine article on, I think it was six men who were photographed 10 years ago, and they were photographed again in '79. And we were looking at the photographs. We were in a football field, and Bobby just started to cry, and I didn't understand why. And he said, Virginia, just look at their eyes. The pain is still there, the horror. They're 10 years older, but the pain is still brand new. I didn't know what to do, so I just let him cry, because that was the first time I had seen the pain.
The only reason I believe we've had success in organizing the Vietnam veteran is because of one issue, and that's the chemical that was used in Vietnam to knock out the jungles. And that we can finally say to every single guy that served in Vietnam, hey, listen, you better pay attention to what we have to say, because your life might well depend on whether or not you were affected by this and whether or not you're going to get cancer or a kidney problem or liver dysfunction or have a child with a birth defect. It was the defoliant. It's called Agent Orange.
It now seems possible that at least as many veterans and their children may die or suffer deformities as were killed or wounded during the war as a result of a chemical herbicide used in Vietnam. It is Agent Orange and contains a poison called dioxin, which is 1,000 times more destructive than thalidomide. Britain still permits the use of this poison as a weed killer. Almost 11 million gallons of it were dumped on Vietnam. This is Cu Chi near Saigon, which I remember as thick forest. Today it's a wilderness with the soil and water poisoned for generations. The spraying was called Operation Hades, and when the first birth deformities appeared, all they did was change the name to Operation Ranch Hand, and the spraying continued. These terribly deformed children were filmed in 1979 by director Michael Beckham